Hello, my name is Susie Hovis and I am an Educational Specialist candidate in the Instructional Technology program at Kennesaw State University. I would like to talk to you today about South Douglas Elementary's data overview. The purpose of the data overview is to review, analyze, and compare demographic data and state standardized testing scores over the past 3 consecutive years. The data will show the changes in testing scores, student population, and other demographics within the school. This slide shows South Douglas's student enrollment over the past 3 years. It has stayed pretty consistent with the numbers at 585, 605, and 578 respectively. South Douglas's demographic data is shown on this slide. Over the past 3 years, it has remained pretty consistent, as has South Douglas's demographic data on free and reduced lunch. The Georgia Criterion Referenced Competency Test, or CRCT assessments, were the previous state-mandated test. These assessments were introduced to measure how well students had mastered the content and skills that were unique to Georgia's performance standards and Georgia's Common Core standards in the area of reading, English language arts, mathematics, science, and social studies for grades 3 through 8. Based on performance, students were classified as Level 1 or scores below 800 as does not meet the standards, Level 2 or scores from 800 to 849 as meeting the standards, and Level 3 scores at or above 850 or exceeds the standards. As you can see on this slide, South Douglas Grade 3 CRCT results from 2013 and 2014 were pretty high. The percentage of students who met or exceeded the standards in both 2013 and 2014 on all areas assessed were in the high 90s, demonstrating that they had mastered the standards that were presented in 3rd grade that year. 4th grade scores also show high achievement on the CRCT from 2013 and 2014, with the lowest percentage being in science in 2013 at 93%. The rest were well above that and showed that the students were able to meet the standards that were presented in 2013 and 2014. If you look at the bottom of the slide, it shows the year and the number of students that were evaluated in that year. Evidence of 5th grade CRCT results from 2013 and 2014 also indicated a high level of performance in all areas. These scores again show that the students were mastering the standards that were presented in 5th grade. A comparison of CRCT reading and math scores between the state and South Douglas in 2013 and 2014 show that the students and at South Douglas consistently perform above the state average in the areas of both math and reading. The Georgia Milestones Assessment System is a comprehensive summative assessment program spanning grades 3 through high school. Georgia Milestones measures how well students have learned the knowledge and skills outlined in the state-adopted content standards in language arts and mathematics, science, and social studies. Students in grades 3 through 8 take an end-of-grade assessment in each content area, while high school students take an end-of-course assessment for each of the 10 courses designated by the State Board of Education. As you can see in the table below, achievement levels for grades 3, 4, and 5, which South Douglas Elementary focuses on, are shown. There is an achievement level 1 or a beginning learner. There's an achievement level 2 or a developing learner. And then achievement level 3 or proficient learner, and achievement level 4 or distinguished learner. Achievement level 3 and 4 are considered students who are ready to go to the next grade. South Douglas Grade 3 Milestones results from 2015 were as follows. English Language Arts, which includes both reading, English Language Arts, and writing, was at 59%. Math was 68%. Science was 61%. And Social Studies was 45%. These were students who were judged to be proficient or distinguished learners based on their performance on the 2015 milestones. South Douglas Grade 4 milestone results were in English Language Arts 54%, Math 55%, Science 74%, and Social Studies 70%. Again, these were all percentages of students who were proficient or distinguished learners as based on the Grade 4 milestones results from 2015. Grade 5 were equally well done. In English Language Arts, 59%, Math, 56%, Science, 75%, and Social Studies, 56%. The state of Georgia versus school comparison in grades 3 through 5 on the milestones in English Language Arts of proficient or distinguished learners. Again, South Douglas Elementary School was well above the state average, where South Douglas had 56% and the state had 38% proficient or distinguished learners. Again, in the area of math, the state of Georgia versus South Douglas, the state had 38% and South Douglas had 59%. Again, well above the state average. South Douglas data strengths and weaknesses. Strengths are that South Douglas consistently performs higher than the state percentage, and we are a high-performing school in all areas on the CRCT and milestones. Weaknesses may be 2016 milestone scores need to be added as soon as we have the full milestones results to be able to compare to 2015 scores. We're really unsure how to break down milestone scores, especially English Language Arts, since it's relatively new. And our school needs to work on how to increase the students' comfort with constructed response answers. We're used to having in the high 90s on our percentages of students who meet or exceed what our state puts forward for us. And so we need to dig a little bit deeper into those milestones results and see what areas we need to increase and what we can do to make those increases. Let's talk about it. From this data, it's clear that our students are doing really well overall. Do you guys have any suggestions on maintaining these high percentages? And how can we improve our math instructions, since that's one of our goals for the year, in order to increase math scores each year? Again, my name is Susie Hovis. Thank you so much for listening.